Welcome to Iron Reviews, the show where I review Marvel and DC comics, and today I review Civil War II X-Men Issue 2. The comic begins at Railroad, North Carolina, as we see the Brood attacking this town to harvest and kill humans. As one of the Brood flies over to attack a girl, he is stopped by Old Man Logan, slicing his hand, and Iceman frees him, and the rest of the Brood see that they're being attacked by Captain Marvel and the X-Men. Old Man Logan tells Captain Marvel they are too late. Ulysses' vision didn't come in time, but Captain Marvel doesn't care and tells him at least they're here to hold the Brood back, and tells Old Man Logan without the heads up from Ulysses, the Brood would have caused more damage to his town. As the rest of the X-Men fly off the Brood and save nearby civilians, Captain Marvel and Storm get into a discussion, and Carol can't believe that Storm told Magneto about Ulysses. Storm tells Carol that she thought she had a little choice. With all that's going on and the tensions rising between Inhumans and mutants, Magneto would have found out sooner or later. As Carol grabs one of the Brood and throws it down to the ground, she tells Storm she already has enough on her plate, and everybody is getting interested in Ulysses, with even Tony Stark kidnapping the young Inhuman, and Carol is worried that Magneto will do the same. Storm tells Carol that Magneto must know if he does that, the Inhumans would hold more than him just accountable. Carol tells Storm to keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do anything he'll regret. But Storm tells Carol that if Magneto thought her team was spying on him, he would take action. Storm then continues to say that some of her teammates think Magneto's actions are predetermined and are quick to judge what he'll do. But Carol informs Storm that they can. The reason is because of Magneto's past actions, and he has never really done any good and doesn't believe he can change. And tells Storm that they need to handle the situation with kid gloves, and tells Storm that Magneto is a bad guy, so they should treat him like one. Elsewhere in the Savage Land, Psylocke informs Magneto and the rest of her teammates that Nightcrawler speaks the truth. Storm didn't send him to spy on them, and thanks Nightcrawler for letting her check in her mind. Nightcrawler says it's alright and saddens him that the trust between mutants is in such short supply. Magneto and his team then question why Nightcrawler is here, and he explains it's as he said. He agrees with Magneto, and he thinks it's right to be concerned about Ulysses, and tells everyone that his gifts make him dangerous. Nightcrawler goes on and says that they know nothing about Ulysses' power, but only what the Inhumans tell them, and asks the question, what if Ulysses' predictions are wrong? What if he's compromised? Nightcrawler tells everyone that if Ulysses predicts Thanos attacks Earth, they take action. But if he gets a vision that a young mutant will become a global threat, do they stop him and imprison him only based on calculations that Ulysses makes? And Nightcrawler tells everyone that Ulysses is still a boy trying to learn how his powers work and how he predicts the future. Magneto tells the group that already most of Ulysses' visions have proven true and have saved lives. Now many will accept anything he says, and the Inhumans could make false accusations to the rest of the world and could condemn mutants with just a few words. Psylocke interrupts and tells Magneto that he's just assuming that Ulysses would go against him, and this isn't the sort of information Nightcrawler has given him, and tells Magneto that he's just looking for a war with the Inhumans, and he'll get one. But Magneto tells Psylocke that he isn't going to act incautiously and doesn't believe in prophecy like the Inhumans. They must rely on reconnaissance. We go to New Attilan, home of the Inhumans, as we see Phantom X, one of Magneto's X-Men, sneaking into the Inhuman city. He climbs the main tower, walks in the hallway, and sees two guards. He pulls his guns out, but is interrupted by the appearance of Gambit, who has also sneaked into the Inhuman building. Phantom X is surprised by the appearance of Gambit and is impressed that he could sneak up on him, but Gambit tells him that he was actually waiting here for Phantom X to show up, and was starting to believe Magneto wouldn't do something stupid, but he just hires bad help, as Gambit hits one of Phantom X's guns out of his hand, alerting two guards. One of the guards tells the other guard that they heard something, and both guards go check it out. Meanwhile, Phantom X and Gambit are fighting, with both of them exchanging hits, making their fight quiet so they don't alert any more guards. As both of the guards go to check out and see what happened, they see nothing, and both Gambit and Phantom X are both standing there still, and the guards go away, knowing what they heard isn't there. Gambit is wondering what was that, and Phantom X tells him it was a little misdirection. They gave both of the guards a little mental nudge, so they weren't able to see them. And then Phantom X headbutts Gambit, continuing the fight. Then Phantom X kicks Gambit's legs, knocking him over again, attracting the attention of the two guards. Phantom X holds a gun to Gambit's head, pinning him down. But Gambit puts his hand on Phantom X's gun and uses his powers to destroy it, alerting the two guards. Gambit gets in contact with Jean, telling her he needs Nightcrawler to get him out of there, with Jean telling him that he has gone AWOL. So Gambit just tells her to send magic to get him, and tells Jean that Storm was right to send him, because Magneto is making his move. We go back to Savage Land, as we see Psylocke go into the hangar bay and goes into the Blackbird. She goes inside the Blackbird and is surprised to see Sabretooth in the pilot's chair. Sabretooth is surprised by Psylocke and asks what she's doing doing here. Psylocke tells Sabretooth that she is leaving. She feels Magneto's actions are not what she agrees with, and just learned that Magneto sent Phantom X to New Attilan. She doesn't know if he was going to assassinate or kidnap Ulysses. She doesn't care. But Sabretooth is interested how she knew that. Psylocke tells Sabretooth that doesn't matter, and tells Sabretooth if he's going to try to stop her, it's going to be a bad day for him. But Sabretooth doesn't want to fight, and tells Psylocke that he knows each of us has to deal with their opposites with Magneto's plans in their own way. But Psylocke is surprised about this, and asks why doesn't he just leave, and tells her who would accept him, who would have him, and Psylocke asks if he's going to tell Magneto about this, but Sabretooth tells her, knowing Magneto, he already knows she left, and she leaves with the Blackbird. As Magneto looks outside to see this, Mona tells him if she should bring her back, but Magneto tells her no, that's her own will to leave. Mona tells Magneto she was probably in contact with Storm since Dubai, so knowing what Magneto did, she's going to go to Storm's side, but Magneto says it's alright. He tells Psylocke will be a loss, but they have other resources, and as Nightcrawler said, the world is full of psychics. Civil War II X-Men issue 2 was another great issue, and I still feel this is a great place for the X-Men in the big Civil War II event. I liked how this issue was mostly a build-up issue, as we see both X-Men teams taking their sides. I found that nice in this issue, and it was nice to see this build-up issue to what will be a big fight between both X-Men teams. Also, I guess Nightcrawler is a spy, which seems interesting, but Nightcrawler in this book also makes some very good points about Ulysses' power, that hey, now people believe him now that most of his visions are true. So I wonder if in the main Civil War II book, Stark will point out these things to all the heroes to try to convince them to join his side. But back to the book, I liked how in the beginning the conversation between Storm and Captain Marvel and how they should react and deal with Magneto knowing about Ulysses and knowing what he may do. Also, during the end of the book, when Sabretooth and Psylocke were talking, we see Sabretooth kind of doesn't agree with Magneto's plans either, but he still wants to join him. I wonder, in the end of this miniseries, Sabretooth will just kind of backstab Magneto and help Storm's X-Men. One more thing I want to say is, I wonder how, after this whole Civil War event, this will affect both X-Men teams. I'm very interested for that, and I'm very interested because of the main X-Men books. Apocalypse War is still going on, so I wonder how after that event we'll see the effects of Civil War II for both teams. Overall, great issue, interested in next issue, and the art is good, not great, but it's good. I give this a 7.5 out of 10. Highly recommend this book if you want to find a good X-Men book, or want to see how the X-Men are affected by the main Civil War II event. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Iron Reviews. And check out my Twitter at IronHulk018. And if you like this video, check out my other videos and my other reviews on this channel. My name's August, and until then.